bustling village of Umudim, famous for its vibrant market square, where traders from all over gather to sell their goods. At the heart of the market is a small food store run by a mysterious woman named Mama Chinyere, renowned for her delicious street meal. Market square of Umudim was always alive with activity, but nothing drew more attention than Mama Chinyere's food store. Her dishes were legendary: jollof rice that was perfectly spiced, pepper soup that could warm the soul, and suya with a secret blend of spices no one could resist. People would line up for hours just to get a taste, and Mama Chinyere was always there, smiling, serving and cooking with a skill that seemed almost supernatural. But there was something odd about Mama Chinyere. Despite her popularity, no one knew much about her. She appeared only on market days, vanished as soon as the sun began to set. She never seemed to buy ingredients, yet her pots were always overflowing with fresh food. Rumors began to circulate that her food was beautiful, that she had made a pact with spirits, or worse, that she was a spirit herself. Market day, a stranger named Oke arrived in Umudim. He was a traveler known for his curiosity and his knack for uncovering secrets. When he entered the market, the smell of Mama Chinyere's food hit him, drawing him towards the store like a moth to a flame. As he approached, he noticed a subtle change in the air, a chill that didn't belong on such a hot day. He said, "Good afternoon, Mama. I have traveled from far just to taste your famous jollof rice." Mama Chinyere, with a warm but strange smile, "Welcome, my son. You will not be disappointed. My food is made with love and care and some few secrets." He couldn't help but notice a strange look in her eyes, a mixture of warmth and something else, something darker. He felt a shiver run down his spine, but shook it off, chalking it up fatigue from his journey. As he ate, he couldn't deny how delicious the food was. Each bite was a revelation, an exposure of flavor that danced on his tongue. But there was an old aftertaste, something he couldn't quite place. A hint of something he'd never tasted before. As he finished his meal, he decided he needed to learn more about this enigmatic. He spent the next few days in Umudim, talking to the locals and gathering whatever information. The stories they had were strange and contradictory. He said she was a widow who had lost her family in a fire and that she had been cooking in the market ever since to keep her. Others whispered that she had died in the same fire and that her spirit was trapped in the market, born to her love for cooking. Intrigued and unsettled, Kay decided to investigate further. He stayed late at the market one evening, hiding behind a stack of empty crates, watching Mama Chinyere closely. As the market began to empty out, the last customers left, the atmosphere changed. It grew colder and a thick fog began to roll in from nowhere. Mama Chinyere's hands moved quickly as she packed up her stuff, her movements becoming more frantic, almost as if she were in a hurry to leave. Then, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Oke saw it. Her form began to shimmer, becoming almost translucent, like a figure seen through frost grass. Her pots and pans too seemed to glow with an pale light. Oke's breath caught in his throat. His heart pounded in his chest as he realized that the rumors were true. Mama Chinyere was not of this world. Suddenly, she turned sharply, eyes locking onto his hiding place. Oke felt a chill run through his body as those eyes, now glowing a bright, unnatural blue, stared directly at him. Mama Chinyere, in a voice that was no longer warm, but cold and horror, "Who is there? Show yourself." Oke knew he had been caught. He out from his hiding place, trying to keep his composure. Oke said, "Mama Chinyere, I meant no harm. I just wanted to know more about you, about how you manage to cook such amazing food, why you disappear every night." Mama Chinyere's face twisted into a grim smile, her eyes narrowing. Mama Chinyere said, "Curiosity can be a dangerous thing, my son. You have known too much." Oke could react. A sudden gust of wind swept through the market, extinguishing the remaining lanterns. The fog thickened, and the temperature dropped even further. Chinyere's form began to distort, her features becoming less human and more spectral. He said, "What are you, Mama Chinyere? Are you a ghost?" Chinyere's voice echoed around the market square, no longer coming from her mouth, but from everywhere at once. Mama Chinyere said, "I'm bound to this place, to this market, to my food, died in a fire that consumed my kitchen, my life, and my family. But my spirit could no longer rest. That's why my love for cooking remained. So I cooked the living and for the dead. Oke's mind raced as he tried to comprehend what he was hearing. This wasn't just a ghost. This was a spirit trapped by her own passion, unable to move on. But why would she remain tied to this place of tragedy? Oke said, but why stay here? Why haunt this market? Mama Chinere's face softened. She is filling with a sadness that seemed to stretch across the time. She said, because this market was my home, my kitchen, my life. I thought if I continued to cook, I could find peace. But now that you've known my secrets, and I fear I may never find rest. Oke felt a pang of sympathy. He understood now. She wasn't haunting the market. She was clinging to it, to the only thing she knew. But he also realized something else. If she was truly a spirit, her presence here was against the natural order, and his discovery had disrupted whatever balance kept her tethered to this world. Oke said, Mama, if truly you want peace, you must let go. You must leave this place. But Mama Chinere's expression hardened again, her eyes flamed with anger. Mama Chinere said, leave and go where? To the darkness? To the unknown? No. I will stay here and you will stay with me forever. Oke felt a surge of panic as Mama Chinere's form began to grow, expanding like a shadow over the market square. The fog closed in around him, thickening like a heavy blanket. He could hear whispers now, haunting voices that seemed to come from every ground beneath him. He turned to run, but the fog seemed to have a life of its own, coiling around his legs like snakes, pulling him backward towards the center of the market square, toward Mama Chinere. He struggled, fighting against the unseen forces, his heart pounding in his chest. Oke shouted, no, I don't want to stay here. Let me go. But the fog only tightened its grip, and Mama Chinere's laughter, cold and bitter, echoed through the night. Desperate, Oke reached into his pocket and pulled out a small bottle of holy water he carried for protection during his travels. He uncorked it and threw the contents in the mist. The effect was immediate. The fog recoiled and as if burned, and Mama Chinere let out a shriek that pierced the air. Mama Chinere shouted, no! What had you done? Her form flickered violently, the glow in her eyes fading. Oke seized the moment, tearing free from the fog's grip and sprinting towards the edge of the market. Behind him, he could hear Mama Chinere's voice, now desperate, pleading. Mama Chinere said, don't leave me alone in this darkness. But Oke did not stop. He ran until he was out of the market square and back in the village street. His lungs burning, his heart racing. He turned back to see the fog retreating into the market, the spectral figure of Mama Chinere slowly fading away, her mournful wail echoing in the night. As the first lights of dawn broke over the horizon, the fog lifted completely and the market returned to normal. The villagers, noticing the absence of Mama Chinere's store, whispered among themselves, confused and uneasy. Oke knew he could not tell them the full truth. They wouldn't believe him. He also knew that the market was now free from its haunting presence. He left Umudim that very day. Memory of what he had seen etched in his mind. But the legend of Mama Chinere's kitchen lived on. A story whispered among the villagers for generations to come. A tale of ghosts bound by her own passion and a stranger who dared to uncover the secret.